Your financial needs aren't independent of each other, so your financial advisors shouldn't be either. At Mercantile Bank, our experienced United Wealth professionals are united to serve you and your complete financial planning and wealth management needs. Are you just starting your investment journey or need to roll over a retirement plan? Do you need to plan for a loved one with special needs or for your own life after work? Maybe your business needs a succession plan, or you want to enhance your employee benefit programs and are ready to take them with you. Together, we are united.
It's time for Minutes with the Mayor. Today, Jeffrey Conte, Director of Public Works for the City of Quincy. Thank you to Mercantile Bank for sponsoring this segment. Today, we get to learn all about water main breaks, boil orders, all things water, which you are the expert in here in Quincy, right?
Well, I'm the Director of Public Works, so it's
definitely
it's under my purview.
It is. So can you give me a little information about what happened, why the boil order that affected all of Quincy?
So, as you may or may not be aware, we have a major rebuild of our water treatment plant pump station, which is down at 101 North Front Street. The pump station has been there since late 1800s, and the last major upgrade to the plant was in the 1950s.
Okay.
So we were
a couple years ago.
Yeah, a few years ago. So we're working on that, and we're also doing some very important flood proofing. Now, what a lot of people don't understand about the pump station there is that it's got the flood wall to protect it from river flooding, but it's a low point, and if like for example, water main breaks, the sheet pile wall holds the water back so it floods the pump station. So a big part of this project was to flood proof the water treatment plant pump station. So last week we're getting close to finishing up. There's one old section of pipe that needs to be replaced, and the contractor was working on that section. A 24-inch pipe blew apart essentially. Okay. So that was about 5:30 on Thursday afternoon. Quickly flooded the building, sucked all the water out of the reservoir, not all the water, but started sucking water away from the reservoir. So everyone who's on the reservoir district, which is pretty much everyone west of 8th Street, had no water.
Right.
So we got the valve shut off and then restored pressure. And then after that point in time, it was kind of, for the next 6 hours, just kind of assessing and putting the pipe back together. And then we were back online. The reason we had a boil order is because the pipe that blew out was a what we call finished water pipe. So it's been disinfected and ready for potable use. Okay. That pipe drained out and it got filled with water that was of questionable quality. Okay,
all right. So not filtered, not ready for drinking per se.
Not ready for drinking. Okay. So we did our best. We flushed it out. We sprayed it down with bleach, disinfected the best we could, and then we put it back online. Put the boil order in as a precautionary. Sure. And then we took our samples around town to prove that there was no coliform bacteria in the system. We took a sample from that pipe. Everything was clean, and we lifted the boil order. It was about 36 hours after the event.
Yeah, I will say, I think it's one of the longer ones. Now, when you're talking about testing, did you have to send away? Is that why some of the time lapse happened, or?
No, that's an excellent question. Okay. But the reason is that what we have to do is we collect water samples and then we incubate them and we try to grow the bacteria. So if there are any bacteria, if there's one bacteria cell in there, a coliform bacteria, we give it some food. We put it in an incubator at 35 degrees centigrade, so warm water, and we let it sit there for. We have to wait 24 hours to see if anything grows.
Okay, gotcha. So there's some science behind it. So it wasn't just we don't have water, we can't get you water, the water's not clean. We were making sure that it was suitable for use.
Yes.
Now I've heard, and I want you to dispel this myth or confirm if you can. If I live out further away from the water plant, or the farther I am, the less likely I am to have contamination if something happens down by the river. Is that correct?
Well,
possibly, maybe not. We don't want to get
really.
Okay.
See, what the problem is, it's all connected, interconnected. So if there was, say, contamination at the plant, it could be spread all over the city. It may take longer to get out there, but it's still a potential.
Okay, gotcha.
So that's why we took samples all over the place.
All over, gotcha. So I was talking to people, businesses and stuff, and they were like, oh, well, by the time it gets out here, it's fine. I'm like, well, I don't know if that really works that way. Yeah. I think maybe there's water that's already in there that maybe wasn't contaminated by the break that you're expelling, right?
Exactly.
But when there's a boil order, best practice, boil the water.
Exactly. Yeah.
And then, so the communication that happened obviously people were upset. Obviously tensions are high. Water is a necessity that everybody has gotten used to having at our disposal when we want it, when we need it. And tensions were running high. People were very upset that the communication may not have gone out to everybody in a timely manner, which I think, number one, I want to go ahead and give you kudos for the Facebook Lives. You're trying to stay on top of and communicate to the best of your ability what's happening at the moment. And I don't think we've had that much in the past. So you have taken steps to improve that.
We're trying to improve absolutely. Of course, the way people interact with the media has changed, so we have to adapt to that. So, and we're doing our best. One of the reasons there wasn't a whole lot of updates, there was really nothing to say. Right. So we made these improvements. We had the event occur. We were back online within 6 hours. There was no damage done. So the improvements we made.
They worked.
They worked.
Yeah.
If this had been the old pump plant, we'd have been in a lot of trouble. Because we would have been I don't even want to go there. Plus, it's in the past.
It is, yes. It's done. It's done.
So after we got it back online, which was, like I said, 6 hours later, it was just waiting for the sample collection and for the incubation period.
Right.
There's nothing really to say.
Right. Well, and I think you mentioned media, people interact. So used to be people would, the WGEM, KHQA, they would have these things pop up on their TVs and everybody's communicating that way. Now it's like social media. Of course, Muddy River News, we have alerts that go out if you have our app, which we recommend. But it's kind of wherever you are, you may not get it. So you have to kind of reach out or constantly be on social media, right?
Alerts are the best
Alerts are the best
thing. Those are the best.
And that is something that the city of Quincy is working on. It's called Code Red. I don't want to get too far into it, but the communication efforts are there. It is being worked on. It is being developed as we speak, and we will have more information on that next week. But it's kind of a necessary evil because these infrastructure improvements are going to continue. They need to continue. So they may happen. It may happen again.
Unfortunately, yes.
Yeah.
I mean, we have 300 miles of water main. A lot of it, probably about a third of it, is over 100 years old.
Yeah.
So it's going to break at some point in time. And our best, obviously we're doing our best to replace stuff as quickly as we can, but at the same time, even new stuff can break. So, improving that communications with the community is very important to us.
Yes. Yeah, and it's evident that you've taken steps to improve it so far, and also in speaking with Kristen, who of course is in charge of communications for the city of Quincy, and also Mayor Linda Moore, those practices are being put in place and want to roll them out in a way that we're making sure they work correctly, so that everybody's in the know at the right time.
Exactly. You don't want to roll something out there and have it fail, and then people think, well, I'm not going to try that again.
Yeah, better luck next time.
Exactly.
No, but I appreciate the communication, the ongoing communication. I appreciate all your efforts. I know that, this isn't the first boil order, nor will it be the last, but I appreciate you and Public Works and everything you're doing to make sure that we do have safe drinking water, because as we've learned, it is something that can change in an instant. But you'll continue to work hard to make sure those things happen less and less. Yep. And then the city of Quincy will make sure that communication goes out appropriately and timely, and we appreciate that. And I appreciate you coming in to chat.
Thank you much. Yeah. Appreciate the opportunity to speak.
Absolutely. And I know you got to get back to work. You were saying that you got to get back to the water plant.
Back to the water plant.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll catch you next time. Thank you so much. And thank you, Mercantile Bank, for bringing us Minutes with the Mayor.
Your financial needs aren't independent of each other, so your financial advisors shouldn't be either. At Mercantile Bank, our experienced United Wealth professionals are united to serve you and your complete financial planning and wealth management needs. Are you just starting your investment journey or need to roll over a retirement plan? Do you need to plan for a loved one with special needs or for your own life after work? Maybe your business needs a succession plan or you want to enhance your employee benefit programs. Whatever steps you need to take, our United Wealth experts are ready to take them with you. Together, we are united.